Welcome back to the Elite Fit Connect film room. And we're talking women's college basketball today, okay? So I went to the UT and LSU game last night. Took my mom. My mom's a huge Coach Mulkey fan. I'm from Austin, Texas, so you know it's hooking, right? But we're about to talk about, not just this being a top 5 matchup, okay? This was the highest scoring offense in the country walking into one of the toughest home environments in women's college basketball. And getting control, getting bodied. Okay, so when we watch this breakdown, let's talk about defensive discipline, right? Fourth quarter composure, leadership from the guard position, because at this elite level, that's how you win. That is how you win. Okay, so let's get into it, right? First and foremost, Rori Harmon on the defensive end was just phenomenal. She was phenomenal. I'm pretty sure she broke the record tonight. He take.
Very strong. He was playing wonderfully. The SEC competition. Williams throws up at the.
Yeah, good defense. That's what I'm saying. Like, just active hands, like being relentless. You can't teach that. You cannot teach that. You can't.
Second couple of quarterbacks, really assisted.
Harmon has 6 steals this game. Dude, Booker is just so composed, like so composed. The thing about UT, and the reason why I think they won is because they execute amazing. They run a perfectly executed, I want to say like a dribble motion offense. Okay, so everybody's moving, right? Going around screens, getting to their positions, filling those open spots. And it gives an opportunity for, players like Booker to create, right? And that's what they do right here. That's what they do. So you're going to see, so Jordan Lee is coming down here, right? And she's going to come around over here down screen, and then 25 is going to screen Booker, and Booker just creates. She creates, gets to her spot, and they do this all day, right? And that killed LSU. Jay has such a quiet game. Like she didn't do much. I think she only had 11 points. She was 3 for 14 from the field. Not efficient at all.
Side, but in by the 40.
There. Just great execution. That's how you come out. Booker dropped a smooth, 18 points, 6 for 21. She got to the line, 5 for 6 from the free throw.
Dude,
even Jada Richard was quiet. She only had 2 points. 1 for 10.
Here's Booker.
Nice. Wow. She's just so smooth. Like she's patient. She doesn't force much. She finds her shot. This girl was pissed all night. Just pressure defense. Can't turn the ball over. Hold on, you got to capitalize on those steals.
These teams that aspirations of a regular season.
Here's the thing about LSU though, it's like they're deep and they got some dogs on their team. Between obviously you got Fauger, but she's leaving, right? She's about to go to the league. But then you got Jada Richard, and though she only had 2 points this game, Jada Richard is nice, right? She can find her shot easily. But look at the pressure that they put on Fauger. They make it so hard on Fauger. But back to the how deep LSU is. They picked up Malaysia for Wiley, who's a very good ball handler, and she can create. She's also a good defender too. But she just has too many turnovers, right? She had 6 turnovers today or yesterday, right? The same motion offense, wide open.
Jackson firing away.
You're pressuring them enough, and so they can take bad shots, right? You're taking them out of their game. Good take, good block. Good block. Michaela Williams was their only player playing last night. She had like 20 pointers. She's a dog too. She's nice with it. But I mean, if you're able to shut down, every other scorer on the team, you will more than likely win. All right. Carlton had a quiet night too. 7 points and 2 for 3. 1 rebound.
The transfer from South Carolina, a national champion her freshman year.
There. That's just a bad look. That is a bad look. It's like, what angle are you looking at? All right, so look at this. I love me some, Elijah Fulwiley, okay? I love the way she handles the rock. This game, she had 6 turnovers. I'm going to tell you why, okay? As a point guard, I don't care what level you are. You have to have composure. You have to be willing to handle the basketball and not just throw it away, okay? So this first one here, kind of transition offense, right? It's like you're picking the ball up over here, okay? And there's very few people in this world who can do that, and most of them are in the NBA, okay? So you're picking this ball up right here. You're more than likely going to be taking off right here in the middle of the paint where the SEC logo is, okay? But we're talking, you got two big girls right here. You're not going to do anything, okay? And then so right here, you're making a 3-foot pass to the knees of your big, okay? Like you're trying to save yourself, right? And it's just a bad pass. You're not doing anything right there. So, take it back a little bit, okay? So if anything, right, it's 4-on-4. If anything, it's 4-on-5. You have Jada right here. Just hold on, pump your brakes, reset, okay? Let the play develop. There's no reason to force this. You're trying to split these 2 defenders right here, and then again, you're going into 2 big girls down here, right? And so you make a poor pass, trying to save yourself, and then we get it back, okay? And so what's going to happen here is number 13 is going to set an on-ball screen for Fulwiley, okay? But again, right, you have to be willing to make a play. You got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive coming off these screens, okay? And so here, Texas does a great job at stunning this and preventing, Fulwiley from going downhill, because as soon as you get off the screen, you should be going downhill, okay? So Texas does that beautifully, okay? But even still, right, we're picking up a dribble at the top of the key, okay? One of the hardest passes in this game is making this kind of pass, right? Over multiple defenders to your big, okay? We have Jordan Lee here, she's long, right? And she deflects the ball, okay? And then you also have, you have Carlton here ready for her, okay? So this is just a poor pass. So just, in my opinion, you should just swing the ball, flip the court, okay? And let the play develop. You got to play in the flow of the game instead of trying to force these passes. And that's the reason why Fulwiley had 6 turnovers, okay? But again, Longhorns were just a menace on the defensive end.
Already 4 LSU turnovers. And a foul on a season ago. No doubt.
Down back to the first ball.
It was just another great baseline out of bounds play. Great block. Tim Loki was pissed all game. We were sitting right behind her too. I'll show y'all if they show us. But she was getting pissed. That's what I love, man. I love hearing, the coaches and players talk. That's more of the game to me. You can see the mentality. And this is exactly why UT dominated this game. Straight defense, okay? We're talking about a 5'6" Rori Harmon guarding their best producer tonight, okay? All right. Harmon is guarding Michaela Williams, okay, and half a foot taller than her, okay, but that does not mean a damn thing, okay? But just look how Harmon is pressuring her, forcing her to pick up the ball, hand straight up, okay? And everybody else is doing their job, right? They're in the passing lanes, and it results into a turnover, right? Great shot. That should have failed. Look, there's your boy right there. Right above this X. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Watching it live in 4K. Best way to watch basketball. I was blacked out too. My mama was looking good too. She came out stepping. And she took after Coach Smoking a lot, like the way my mom coached. Look at that, just pressure, defense, pressure from Rori Harmon.
Thanks here from the center. You hear that from the crowd. They totally appreciate what she brings to the floor.
That's for Jay's shot right there. You gotta knock those down. She hit that one though. We're gonna see how her game translates in the WNBA. I think she'll be all right. She's gotta take over games. Great play, great shot. This motion offense is it's hard to guard. It's hard to guard because Texas just runs it so good. You know what I'm saying? Good look. I'll take that look. Oh, nice. I mean, so for Wiley, her defense was good too. Like she has, you know, she doesn't have like crazy defensive stance, right? That's another thing. You cannot teach defense, right? It's your mindset, but just active hands, you know, being ready to just deter the offense, like disrupt the offense. Okay, it's a mindset. Like, you can do as many defensive slides in the practice as you want. You can still be a crap defender. Let's talk about number 23 here, okay? We got Aaliyah Crump. Just when she gets in the game, just watch how she immediately affects the game. Coming off the bench, dropping 16 points. Good shot. Got to hit that. Pass. Finish. Running was quiet too.
The winner kicks it out. Richard.
Tough shot. Real tough shot.
50% from the floor in 3 straight games for the first time in her career.
Yeah, Aaliyah Crump's about to go off right now. She's about to start going. Nice. Great shot, bro. So the thing about Aaliyah Crump, she's a freshman. She came in this game against a team like LSU and dropped 16 points off the bench. 7 for 10, 7 of 10. This girl, I mean, she's efficient, right? She's clearly efficient this game. And I think she has a bright future. She's going to be nice. But she can shoot the mess out that ball.
When she's had so much success offensively, it's been without
Rori Harmon on the floor.
It's defense, man. It's defense.
Touch the ball, and then when she did, making it hard. But Rori's been at the game for a significant amount of time. Laying in. There's Hawaii. It's a Williams, started by Lee. Williams.
That's good. That is good patience right there. Great patience. And this is what I love about how Michaela Williams played last night and why she, you know, dropped a good 20 points, right? She was playing patient. She was letting the game come to her. Okay, you got 4 UT, you know, players literally looking at her. They're all dialed in on her, okay? But she doesn't let that deter her. She doesn't let that, you know, excite her. She takes her time. Simple ball fake. Move some of the players. 2 feet in the lane, pump fake, get the defender in the air, and 1. You know, that's how you play the game of basketball. You don't need to do anything crazy.
Again, she says she's LeBron-like and those things that she can do. And we talked about her efficiency from the floor lately. She said it's not just that and how she's evolved.
That was such a great shot. I mean, that mid-range is nasty. Like she has such a balanced offensive game. Booker, pass, finish.
Madison, Booker, Juju Watkins, Hannah Douglas, amongst others.
Go get Booker. There you go. Good pass. Good pass. You gotta hold the man off right there. That's just a fight for position.
Sam. On it. To Crump. Crump.
There you go, Crump. Hey, see, that's how you go downhill. Get to the basket. Get to the basket. Yeah, she's gonna be nice, man. She's gonna be nice. We'll take one.
Corner on just about anybody. Well, sounds like the cadence of the children's novel. Here's sick.
Nice take.
Shoot. Joyner. No.
Yeah, Lord. You know, Crump would be nice. There's another big reason why LSU lost, because of stuff like this. Okay, there's no reason why it should be a wide open fast break when you have 4 defenders on the defensive end, right? Look at this. They're about to replay this. I know Coach Moki's pissed, right? I'm sure she cussed him out during half. Look at this. There is no excuse for this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 players clogging up the middle of the basketball court. And then you got Crump coming down here on the sideline. There's just no communication here. That is unacceptable. Somebody needs to take lead of this team and direct the players. Okay, that's why it's so important to have, if you're a point guard in this game, right, you just have to be an extension of the head coach on the floor. You need to be directing your players like, hey, get over there. Hey, get over there, right? You're a conductor, okay? And this is how you lose basketball games. Bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, no reason why this should have happened. Look at this. It's unacceptable.
And that's something Texas should figure out a lot.
Jeez, like, LSU just looks too stagnant to me. Like, there's no like consistent movement. There's no consistent movement. They just rely on like this heavy guard play and heavy ISOs and trying to self-create. Whereas, you know, you have UT just continuously running this motion offense, right? Look at all this movement down there. All this movement down here. Oof. Oh, you got it wide open.
Here's Coball. Working it at Connie.
Ooh, what kind of shot is that? I don't know. Yo, Gary Reedus, I'm pretty sure his dad played in MLB. Anyways, this man was looking fly. Like, this jacket, whatever he was wearing, man, that was tough. Y'all go at him. I need a stylist because that dude was looking fly. And he was cool to watch. Like, he was, like, just the way he talked to the players and tried to keep them going. Like, Moki's a tough coach, right? So you always need someone to kind of, like, keep you going, keep you level-headed. And I think that's what he did for the most part. You know, even though the game kind of went the way it did, but, you know, like, it was cool watching Gary Reedus. They got a staff over here. Great shot. That's such a great shot. His patience, composure, getting to your spot, making it happen.
Enter my right side people's shots.
Hey, we need more of that. Flage, we need more of that. You got to come with it, trying to win, man, especially against a team like the UT.
By little people, I mean like Holly Rowe, 5'4" to 5'9".
This is, I mean, they go back and forth for a little bit, but then they just start, they're running away. Such a
Richard around the hedge, finds Coball later to finish. Sin.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Flage is she needs to work on her left hand. Okay, so you can tell as soon as she puts the ball in her left hand, she's either going to turn it over or she's going to pick it up and do something like here, right? You got to have that left. And I think that's what's going to be it's going to be a huge factor for her going into the league. Like, she needs to work on that left. Y'all know who this is. Y'all better go learn something. This is Simone Augustus. What she was like Miss Basketball 2 times in a row. LSU, like great LSU player. She watching her in the WNBA. Like this girl can ball. Y'all need to go watch her highlights. Like this, she can ball. She can flat out ball. She's nice with it.
She's saying inadvertent whistle.
I think she's like their skills development coach or something.
She just explained very quickly.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding the mic, Rebecca.
Here's Lee.
Your reset. I'm not trying to force anything. Not trying to force. Let the game run. Let it come to you.
Harmon working behind Carlton. Now Cunningham sets the screen.
Oof.
Harmon
I like the look. I like that look.
Johnson on the steal.
It's like a half a second too quick.
Richard.
It's just, I know that was a foul, but it's just great defense. Pressure at all costs. So there's stuff you can't teach. Look how Harmon is just denying Michaela, like denying her the ball. Like Michaela is their best scorer right now. You know, LSU can't do nothing right now, and Michaela's the only one that's getting it going. But Harmon is just not letting it happen, so they have to pass it in somewhere else, right? I mean, Malaysia, great ball handler, but she had 6 turnovers. Okay, she's not producing, and Harmon still, you know, on Michaela, you know. Hands, look, hands. Get over the screen, stay in front. It's great defense. And then, you know, Flau'jae, again, just, you know, she's a great basketball player. Don't get me wrong, but just this pressure, the pressure that UT puts on LSU is the only reason why they almost made this a 20-point game. It's still only a 2-point game right now, right? LSU is not even playing well, but UT won that game from execution and defensive pressure. And they're turning these defensive wins into points, right? And that's the easiest way to win a basketball game. You lock down on defense and convert those, you know, defensive possessions into 2 points or 3 points. And you do that over and over again, right? So you're essentially getting 2 baskets in one, right? Because you're preventing the other team, you're preventing LSU from scoring, and you're scoring on top of that, you know. So that's how you take the lead. Just this pull up, it's nasty. She's Booker went crazy. Look, there's Harmon. There's Harmon just fronting Michaela. Again, you know what I'm saying, Madison Booker, great mid-range player. She knows how to get to her shot. Let's watch the way she uses the screen, okay? And this is when basketball IQ comes into play, because you don't always have to take the screen, okay? You take what the defense gives you, you know, exploit the defense, right? So she's been using these screens all day, right? Within this motion offense, there's a lot of screens, a lot of movement, okay? So LSU is already, you know, distracted by trying to keep up, you know, with whoever they're matched up with. But, you know, Booker's getting set right here on the left wing. You got 2-5 coming to set the screen. And, you know, as soon as she gets there, just, you know, one little head fake, right? She's got Michaela going into the screen. And so with that, understanding, you know, what's going on, she doesn't take the screen because it leads her into a wide open dribble pull up, getting to her spot, making the easy shot that she knows how to make, right? That's just understanding the game, understanding, you know, the other team's tendencies and exploiting it, using it for your advantage. Straight basketball.
Crump, the weak side rebound. Wiley back to the bench for LSU.
Patient, right? There's nothing there. There's no reason to force it. Move the ball back out. Start running your offense. Okay.
Trying to nuzzle past Williams.
And wide open. She's kind of losing it a little bit. Good board. Offensive board. That's 2 in a row.
Into the corner. Crump. Run off. Clogs ahead. No.
Ball to Honda. 8 to shoot. Williams gets space.
Good hands. Man, she's everywhere. She is everywhere.
And we're going to see if they give her the steal.
We're talking about, we're talking about a player who's relentless on defense, active hands. She understands passing lanes. She disrupts the floor. Just really an elite defender, right? And then she's also the program UT's all-time assist leader, right? So her ability to make an impact on the game without scoring every possession. I want to say she's like the third or fourth leading scorer on UT's team right now. But with her impact on the defensive end and her ability to get other players involved, right? That's how you play the game of basketball. If you want to stay on the floor and have a lasting effect on your team, on a winning team, that's exactly how you play. You know what I'm saying? She can make shots. Don't get me wrong. She can make shots, but she doesn't have to. But when she needs to, she will.
Johnson banks it in, plus the
Stick
foul.
foul. On had a big bounce back after her struggles against LSU in the first meet.
Like, what is that? What is that? Man.
Because Joyner is open on this out of bounds play, and Harmon just
Reads the one.
It's just like a simple, like,
Big smile for
Sharp 1 of 7.
I'm sure I ain't in the best.
and the lay doesn't go.
Harmon dealing with something in the aftermath of that. Holding on to her mouth, making some blood. Williams was conceding the layup as well. And Harmon just did not make it. Williams. Ordered tightly by Harmon again. Ball in.
They're just disrupting the passing lanes, right? It's just
Harmon scoops it up, gets it to Sidbury, who's fouled hard.
disrupting the passing lane. And she was hurt. You know what I'm saying? She smoked the layup. Got a steal. Smoked the layup. She's hurting. I don't know what's wrong with her. She got hit in the face. Still ends up with another steal, right?
Performance from Rory as Sidbury hits both.
Locked in. All different takes it away. Using that long space. Booker zipping up the floor to pull up Lento. Volleyed out of bounds. And will stay with Brown the last few seasons. Harmon. Took some space. Wiggles into the paint. Could finish it. And it's a foul. Speaking of the various stuff, FTP. Williams, slow pass. Taking a snare. Told they were on the sprint of the fourth there.
Good hands.
LSU has had a real tough time scoring in their second half. Crump, 10 to shoot. Crump on the George.
Guys, Crump is nice, man. Crump is nice.
LSU will
All right, Rashard, what you gonna do, girl? Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I remember seeing that. That was a good move. She just couldn't buy a basket. That's all it was. I mean, it's pressure defense by long for us. She just couldn't make nothing happen.
Credit to Texas defense.
score LSU 14-3 in the fourth. Crump. Finds Sidbury. Harmon. 3 to shoot. Harmon's mid-range. No. Good box off the dots. Only 3:15 to go.
Another one. Another one. Yeah, four steals in the fourth quarter. That's exactly why they took off. Man.
18 LSU turnovers.
Woo.
Oh, you gotta finish that. You gotta finish that.
Williams. Crump had cheated his face. Gets the
What a nice move. And McCullough Williams is only a sophomore too, pretty sure.
And one of the other things that Texas has done so extraordinarily well
Yeah, she's a sophomore.
LSU playing in the quarter court.
She's had a 42-point game. And she can create offensively, quick reads, has a good mid range, very similar to Booker. But I think like thing with Williams, she likes to play with her back to the basket, right? She lets it come there like kind of like Melo, right? Just waiting there, letting it develop, ball fakes, you know, simple game, good touch. Yeah, that's at this point, like my mom was like ready to go. I'm like, nah, look, I'm a Longhorn fan. You know, we're staying here to the you know, a big fan of watching women's basketball. Okay, so because there's a lot of, you know, technical things that you can take away from the game, right? Because it's you know, not as athletic, right? Not everyone's not dunking, so it's more technical and functional in nature, okay, right? And so when you study games like this, right, don't just ask who's scoring, who's the top scorers. You got to look at how they are making decisions under pressure, okay? You know, between Harmon and Booker, right? Like just the amount of composure that they have when they play the game and the types of decisions that they make. And then Harmon, you know, just the tenacity that she has on the defensive end. She's able to, you know, the example of, you know, getting a steal, smoking a layup, you know, back on defense while her getting another steal, right? That type of play is going to keep you on the floor, okay? You have to be able to impact the game without forcing shots. Maybe your shot's not falling, but what else are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Booker and Crump, you know, they score efficiently. And that's how Texas, you know, that's how you stack these good possessions over and over again, playing against an elite offensive team like LSU, right? Because LSU is deep. Let's be real. They're deep. They got a lot of guards who can score, who can shoot, who can get to the cup. But if you have a great defensive scheme and you have players in your defense who are just dogs, right? Again, that's something you can't teach, but you are going to win a lot of basketball games, you know, with that mentality, right? That's how high level basketball works. If you don't win with highlights, you're going to win with habits.